Hey everybody, it's old Watachi again. Well, it's about the the middle of September, getting ready to go into October, and this morning I get up and I'm sitting out on the porch, let my dog do her thing, and I'm looking through the neighborhood. The bus, I haven't been seeing these kids go to school every day, but the mothers were out and the kids were ready to go to school. Every damn one of them had a mask on their face. All these little kids. It's blowing my mind what these people are doing to their own flesh and blood. But I see that. I see the bus come, and all the kids on the bus has masks on, all doing what they're told like good little slaves. They're doing what their mothers and fathers are telling them to do, because their mothers and fathers are enslaved to these people. But I leave there and I start doing my thing, and I end up over here. I got to go over and pick up some stuff from Wendy's. And I go in there. They won't let me come through the drive-thru because I'm picking up for Uber Eats. So I'm not allowed to come through the drive-thru. I have to go in. Well, I've been in this place 30 times since all this mass shit has started. Haven't had a problem. Even the manager, I've talked to him several times, never had a problem. Well, today there had to be a problem. Started off with a mask on the kids. Very first place I go to, I got to deal with this guy. They're telling me they're not going to serve me without a mask. I have to basically go into my routine, and ask them if they've seen the mandate and if they've read the exemptions to it. Yeah. All this. He's saying he knows. And, but yet they're still harassing me about not having a mask on, So I slam him with about 40 facts and make him look ignorant in front of his own people. And tell him about, the ADA, and him violating my disabilities. And I went through it all. And, I got the stuff and I left without having to wear a mask, but it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. These people are so pissed off because they are being forced to wear these masks at work because they don't have the balls to say no. Their house means more to them. Their cars mean more to them. All their bills mean more to them. That they'll stay there doing that shitty job, which it was. Come on. Manager of Wendy's, this guy had to be in his 30s. I don't know how much money he's making, but if you're in your 30s managing a Wendy's, I hope it's enough to pay your bills in the first place. But, this guy, he doesn't have the balls to say no. He's not going to wear the mask because he knows it'll get him probably fired. So he goes along with it. And so if anybody comes in his store, he's going to try to he's going to take it out on them pretty much, And I understand this about what's going on. I understand. That's why I try not to get too pissed off about it. These people are mad because they're being forced, and they're mad because I'm not allowing myself to be forced, but I'm still able to do something to make money. Well, they could try something else too, And it ain't like I'm paying my bills with this little bit of money I'm making through Uber Eats. That's for damn sure. I'm paying a little bit of them, but not much. But this is come on. We're this far into it, a few months away from an election that everybody thinks this is going to end all the COVID stuff. Everything's going to go back to normal after this election. This has all been done for the election. And that, if you guys think that they wrote a $6.2 trillion check to COVID and it was going to last only a year, and you think that's all right, let's say it is. Let's say you're right. It's going to all be over after the election. What happened to the $6.2 trillion and people? See, you guys keep hanging into this two-party paradigm. It just blows my mind, man. I try to do a video and stay on one subject, but I can branch off in 40 million of them because there's so much bullshit going on right now. Look, this shit with Trump, I am so tired of it. People telling me, well, he's better than Biden, he's better than Biden. Well, you're right. And if you're going to pick from their two choices, then you're giving them consent. So give them consent, people. Give them consent. That's all they want is your consent. And if you line up to vote, you're giving them consent. With you wearing that mask, you're giving them consent. When you take that vaccine, you're giving them consent. Just keep giving them consent and see how that works out for you. Now, these goddamn 3%ers, oh, they like to talk. They talk a big game. They've been talking them for years. I've been talking to them. I was a part of them at one time when I was stupid. But they've been talking, the 3%ers, the freedom fighters, the oath takers, the oath keepers. There's a freaking million of these militias. A million of them. They've been bragging all over the internet. Who was that Greg, fuck your rights, somebody? He was an ex-Marine, ex-cop, and he's telling you, fuck your rights. You got all these people that they claim to be patriots and shit. What are they doing? What are they doing? First time we really need them? First time this country's really being attacked on our homeland? 13 states, a third of this country is on fire. On fire. And they're hitting us with weather. They're hitting us with... And if you think with snow, we're probably going to get washed out with snow this fucking winter. It's probably going to be so cold and snowy it ain't even funny. There's been a lot of tornadoes and shit. This stuff is just mounting up. What they've done is, and this reminds me of a guy down in Florida I know. This guy was he'd go out, if you had critters get on your property, he'd go out and get them off. Down in Florida, a lot of times you're dealing with alligators. Now, if you guys know anything about alligators, tell me if I'm not telling the truth. This guy showed me. He took this damn alligator. He flipped this damn, it was a pretty good size alligator. It wasn't no giant alligator. And I wouldn't have messed with this alligator. But he got this thing flipped over on its damn back. And he started rubbing its belly. He's rubbing this gator's belly. Oh, he's just rubbing away. That damn gator went to sleep. That gator laid there and went to sleep. You tell me if I'm lying. I seen it happen. That guy put that gator to sleep with rubbing his belly. And that's what Trump's done. He's rubbing all these 3%ers and these oath takers and oath keepers and vets and all these people that say they swore an oath, the cops, all these people that have sworn an oath to the Constitution and claim to be patriots, and they'll defend it against foreign and domestic enemies. They'll do it all. Well, where the hell are they? Where the hell are they? They're laying on their backs and Trump's rubbing their fucking bellies. And they're damn near asleep. Prove me wrong, people. Prove me wrong. Where are they? Well, that's my rant for the day, people. May God bless us all because we're going to need it. It's going to get worse. Watch and see.